into the market, officially fully supported, as I said, having the employees in place, and then we will see whether we open up an office or whatever. We will see, but now, today, is the launch day, and we are going on. We are going on with our blockbuster game, World of Tanks, and we have some other nice games in place, like World of Warplanes. It's actually in closed beta status, not very much longer, but actually it's in closed beta status. Closed beta in wargaming style means more than 1 million people worldwide are testing the game right now. And so we will go into open beta. Let's see how many people worldwide will get it. Next game is the maritime and naval World of Warships. This is in development actually, but this year we will go on with this and go in alpha and maybe also in beta status, but this is not decided. So we got World of Tanks, we got World of Warplanes, we got World of Warships, and all these three titles will be put together in one common gaming universe. And we have one portal in mind and in place in the development for this. And this portal will be called wargaming.net. And there is the place to be for the gamers of action-orientated, massive multiplayer, online games, team-based, competing 15 versus 15. And this is the place to be. Wargaming.net will be the portal where all these three titles and maybe some more will come in the future, will be combined together. The features and the advantages for our community, for the fans and the gamers are very simple. We have very high secure measurements and security standards. It's very easy and very simple to access for all of them because all games they want to play are in one place. You only need one ID, one wargaming.net ID, which is of course, like all our games, for free. To access these titles, all of these titles, and last but not least, it's very simple to use and very, very easy to handle. So this will be something which our community will be very, very happy about, we hope so. And the last topic is, of course, community, because for us and our titles, it's all about community. We have a lot of players and a lot of gamers, and the numbers will be mentioned by the speaker who is following after me and for whom you're waiting for. So I will make it very, very short. So we have a lot of gamers, and we are very, very happy to have these gamers, and it doesn't really matter if these gamers are paying or not. At the moment we have a lot of paying gamers, but we need all of them. We need the paying gamers for sure, because we want to eat. We need the non-paying gamers as well, because we want to have a big community, we want to have a lot of gamers, we want to have new records all the time, we want to have fun with playing our games. And regarding fun, it's all about making the gamers happy with our titles. If we don't make the gamers happy, they won't play our titles, then they won't pay, and then we won't be able to develop more games or to develop further games. This is what it's all about, making our gamers happy. And regarding making our gamers happy, it's not so hard in our company, because we have the CEO in place who is a dedicated gamer, who plays World of Tanks as his schedule allows it. The last game of World of Tanks I saw him playing was 15 minutes ago over there. And he has 10,000 battles made in World of Tanks. And he's still better than me. I have 7,700 and a little bit. So he got more than 2,000 games played, more than me, but I try very hard. He played 10,000 games of World of Tanks, and the special thing is, he played these 10,000 games on the Russian server cluster under his real name. And everybody in the community, in the gaming community of World of Tanks, on the Russian server, can see if our CEO and founder of Wargaming is playing, and everybody can talk to him. And this is what I mean about making the community happy. And now I'm very, very happy to give you this guy, Mr. Victor Kiesley, the CEO and co-founder of wargaming.net. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming. We are really happy to have you here, and we're really excited. Tom was talking about the game a little bit. We will all have a chance to look how the game plays. Let me please talk just a little bit about our company. This year we will be celebrating 15 years anniversary of our company. So we started back in 1998, just a bunch of college friends. And most of the games we made, 12, were all single-player strategy games, turn-based or real-time. So we are a dedicated company to military games. Maybe you have heard Massive Assault and a couple of sequels to that, Order of War. This is real-time strategy. Massive Assault is a hardcore turn-based strategy. However, no matter how we loved strategy games, around 2007, 2008, we realized that unfortunately this retail box, single-player business is going to die, and rather sooner than later. So we made, as we think, a very smart decision. We concentrated all the resources we had. We stopped any contracts and any production of single-player games, and we put everything, every person, every minute of our time, every dollar of our money into this new MMO game, online game. We realized back in 2007, 2008 that online, this is the only way. Well, first we were playing a little bit with technology because we did not do this before, and ironically, we started making a fantasy game. So we had orcs and elves and archers, but then again, something blessed us, and we realized that going against World of Warcraft, Medicine, and other dozens, hundreds of other online games, especially from China and Korea, will not make us any good position. So we decided to do something completely outrageous, something completely different, which nobody has done before, to make an MMO RPG online game about tanks. The name came naturally, all the tanks. So people in the industry and the media, they were telling us that we were like crazy, literally crazy, and they were laughing, I guess, in many cases. However, when we launched the game in 2010 in Russia, well, Russia for us is kind of home market. The whole company originated in Belarus, Minsk, right? But we speak the same language with the Russians, and it's a relatively big market. We launched the game in Russian market, and it exploded. We literally had this exponential growth. The growth keeps going even today. So we're setting new records in Russia even today, and it still grows. So yeah, after that, immediately, of course, the money starts to come in big quantities, and we wisely put all our revenues back into the company, developing patches, new maps, new tanks for the game, also moving to other territories. First we moved to Europe, then we moved to America, and on these markets the game is also growing very fast. And well, today we're looking at a company, wargaming.net, which employs 1,300 people around the world. Just 4 years ago we were 60, so we pretty much increased the size of the company 20 times. These were exciting couple of years. We still work very hard. As Tom mentioned, I play the game every day. That's a good excuse, that's kind of my work, so I can play. Statistics about the game is so impressive that today is not enough that, I can talk hours about how many things we achieved. I will just give you a couple of numbers. So 45 million registered users around the world. We combined peak CCU, for those who don't know, concurrent users, or users who are playing the game at the same time. If you sum all our major territories, we will be looking at 1.1 million concurrent global CCU, which is a huge number. Of course, the game requires a lot of support work, community management, websites, payment providers. That's why out of those 1.3 thousand people, approximately half are community managers and customer support. If you look at the globe, well, we have offices in 11 different cities. It means this is where we make all the tanks. Kiev and St. Petersburg, these are cities where we started the development of our new projects, World of Warplanes and World of Battleships, World of Warships. Then we have Paris office supporting Europe, operating the game in Europe. Our Berlin office is looking after, of course, Germany and Eastern Europe, like Poland, Czech Republic. We have office in San Francisco for North American market. We recently, just in December last year, opened office in Seoul, South Korea. We have also our operations in Singapore. We have our business unit in the city of Nicosia. We have partners in the People's Republic of China. You know, in China, you have to have a partner, you cannot operate yourself. And we recently purchased, last year, we purchased Big World middleware company. That was the engine which we chose for all the tanks. So we could not any longer go customer service provider kind of way. So we really needed to buy them out so that we can fully integrate their technology into our production chain, and thus speeding up the development of the game. So if you look at the globe and put the pinpoints in the locations where we have development or publishing, you can say that Sun never sets over Wargaming.net, and this makes us really very happy. The game itself got a lot of awards, but probably the most pleasing one was Golden Joystick. Golden Joystick, this is an international award where players vote. So millions of players go online and cast their votes. It is considered like an Oscar, but not for the movie industry, but for the gaming industry. And this year, World of Tanks received this Golden Joystick. There was a big, beautiful ceremony in London, and League of Legends and Star Wars took the second and third place. But this year and last year, this award was ours. So yes, we still keep growing. We still keep generating a lot of money. We are putting this money back into the game, and now it's time for World of Tanks to come to Turkey. I visited, and a couple of my colleagues, we visited Istanbul like a year and a half ago to see how things go. We visited a couple of internet cafes, a big and expensive one, then medium kind of size, and somewhere far away on the Asian side, a very, let's say, not very expensive, but really small one. We were really amazed at Turkish players and how competitive they are. At that time, like a year and a half ago, like all we saw was Dota and Night Online, right? So you could see, Turkish kids sitting and playing, killing each other, very competitive. So and the marketing statistics, of course, supports that idea. And we thought to ourselves, yes, this is a good country for us. World of Tanks is nothing but fighting, nothing but face-to-face PvP, player versus player, very competitive fight in teams. So you're doing nothing else but just get online, take your tank with your friends or with your team, jump into the battle and blow up some other guys. Well, of course, you have to be smart. You have to think on the battlefield how to outmaneuver, outflank, but at the end of the day, this is about fighting. Why did not we do it earlier? The answer, again, is very easy. For these kind of games, free-to-play, massively multiplayer online games, you would think that, okay, if it's free, it could be cheap, or it could be not good. The reality is, yeah, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, you could go to Korea or to China and buy some not very quality game, throw it to some market, Turkish or European, American, and earn some money. These days we see that there's, first of all, consolidation of the industry, and like companies buy each other and become big and big, and budgets for online games grow. So there's already a lot of development going on in the West. Well, not of them are very successful, but well, still. And players have so much choice, and they play for so many games. So now they require quality. They want the best graphics. They want good connectivity. They want interesting gameplay. Everything in the game should be perfect. So yes, we have to pump dozens of millions into the continuation of World of Tanks development, and we have to provide community management and customer relationship like support. Again, many companies, well, some companies just don't have resources to support that, but even those big ones who do have resources, they don't realize how important it is to be with your player. Out of 1.3 thousand people we have, approximately half are those community people, and their full-time job is, they come to the office, open their computer, and they go to forum, they talk to the players, they play with the players. From time to time, they go and meet players in pubs. We'll go to trade shows. Like today, we're going to meet approximately 50 Turkish players of all the tanks. So you have to be on the ground. You have to be online, always with the players. So yeah, 1.5 years ago, probably we were not yet ready to do this in Turkey, but today we prepared everything nicely. So we will not be ashamed of what we propose to the Turkish players. A very quality game, which is already an international, worldwide hit game, localized in Turkish, and with full-scale Turkish language support. And we'll see how it goes. Of course, a bunch of, a lot of Turkish players already play this game unofficially on the European server without any support in Turkish language, and I think those will be happy people when they learn that today we announce and we let Turkish version to be yet another official World of Tanks. So basically, before I jump to my last topic, we can say that it's time for Turkey to roll out. It's where tanks just roll out of their garages. And we expect big competition on the European server from the Turkish team. I know, I believe, I can see and I can feel that Turkish players will organize themselves, train themselves, get the best tanks, and will, kick some German, Polish, French, but big time. So the European server, well, right now the most fierce guys are Polish guys, but I think they have now some competition. So I can see that the Turkish teams dominating some tournaments and clan wars. So yes, Turkey, roll out. And the last topic, this is crucially important. When you have a game like this one, which is being played around the world, you want to make it esports. And yes, World of Tanks is a perfect fit for esports. The last year we did pretty much every week, every month in territories. There are a lot of national competitions of all possible kinds. So people are winning prizes, and they're professional teams. They're wearing, t-shirts with Samsung logos. So it's a professional sport. A couple of times per year we do Global World Cup, one time in Moscow, and to our pleasure, World of Tanks was officially introduced as the discipline for WCG, World Cyber Games. This is the most respectful esports league of global scale. And in the finals in China, there were teams from pretty much all around the world, including Chinese, Russians, I guess Americans, even Vietnamese. They came there, and that was very emotional final for World of Tanks. So I see no reason why Turkish teams, professional teams or amateurish teams, cannot join the game, train themselves, and become champions during this year or for next year. An important topic would be, why is this game suitable for Turkey now? Well, fighting, weapons, war, we understand. Turkish guys must be very fond of these things. And it's free to play, as I've been told, not Many games in the Turkish market are really free to play. You like to dominate the battlefield, you kind of have to really pay currency. So World of Tanks, on contrary, and this has been tested in Russia, in China, in Poland, in Vietnam, even in Malaysia or Philippines, World of Tanks you play for free without paying anything and be successful. So we do not sell direct battlefield advantage. For gold, we have those like golden bullets with 5% battle penetration approximately, but recently, a couple months ago, we also give you a choice. You can pay gold if you want, if you want the customer to pay gold, or you can pay credits, which you can earn inside the game. So for esports, this is very crucial that it's very accessible. So teams, even the schoolboys who prefer not to pay, they can form a team and they can be competitive on the battlefield. Also, yes, nice words said by Tom. This is true. Our developers, including myself, we all are fanatic gamers. We play a lot of other games. Well, I play not so many games because I have work to do, but we play fantasy games, we play role-playing, strategy, fighting, shooting, everything. And we're very proud to have all the tanks and we all play all the tanks. So we think this is the true formula where gamers make a game for the gamers. So that esports initiative, I think, will be a good driver, and we will be doing special events in Turkey too, like tournaments with big prizes, pretty much, right? So let me finish my long speech by showing you, and I hope this will be a little bit better than the previous one. Let us show you how like real World of Tanks competition looks like. Thank you very much for coming. There will be questions and we have some other things to do. So right now, World of Tanks, WCG, World Cyber Games. Thank you very much. Some of them actually look like Turkish.
Konuşması için hem Toma hem Victor'a burada oldukları için ayrı ayrı teşekkür ediyoruz. Umarım beğenmişsinizdir son videoyu. Ülkemizde yavaş yavaş tekrar elektronik sporların heyecanını hissetmeye başladık. Şimdi arkadaşlar önce soru cevap alacağız. Hem Victor hem Tom bu sahnede olacaklar. Soru cevap kısmında Set Medya'dan Kaan arkadaşımız yardımcı olacak. Zaten tanıyorsunuz kendinizi. Başka bir ihtiyacınız varsa Kaan size yardımcı olacak. Sonrasında hem Victor hem de Tom röportajlarınız için size bizim röportaj odalarımıza bekliyor olacaklar. Sonra da eğleneceğiz yani bayağı iyi bir parti olacak. Sakın ayrılmayın. Biraz önce kurabiyeyle karnınızı doyurdunuz ama full yemeğimiz olacak arka tarafta. Ondan sonra beraber eğleniyoruz. Buyurun efendim.
Hoş geldiniz arkadaşlar. Soru cevap yapacağız. Çok zor sorular sormayın, çalışmadıkları yerden sormayın. Ondan sonra röportaj için ben sizlerden sıra alacağım tekrar. Röportaj için zamanınız kısıtlı değil. Fakat röportajları 8 ya da 10 dakikadan uzun tutmamaya çalışalım. Röportajlarda şiveli desteği vermeyeceğim. Var mı sorusu olan? Bana mı? Mikrofonunuzu uzatabilir misiniz? Oradaki arkadaşa mikrofonu uzatabilir misiniz?
I played a lot of Order of War, one of your very popular games. It was a big strategy game, and after playing Order of War so much, you really recognize there's a lot of the same things in World of Tanks. First of all, like cars, like the capture flag or the starting points, their all icons are the same, or all the graphics are the same. Some maps even resemble to each other. Could you really implement these things in the strategy game to a game like this? It's a really two games are really different, but could you use graphically these type of things in both games?
For all the tanks, unfortunately, we had to redo all the technology because this is massively multiplayer online game. In World of War or any other strategy game, technology is much more simple. World of Tanks, as example, is unbreakable. There are many Korean games and Chinese games which use peer-to-peer connections to speed up in Battlefield. Uses that. In World of Tanks, everything is proprietary. So every little piece of information, every little movement, even the flight of the bullet, is transported to the server, calculated, and relayed back. So even if you hack the client, you don't get the picture. So this is very solid, like bulletproof technology. You have to write everything from scratch. And maybe some textures, some tank images. We just use the the raw materials. But if you compare the amount of content now in World of Tanks and in our previous game, you even cannot compare, like 1,000 times more. So yeah, some inspiration, of course. We have to keep the traditions, but there is nothing from World of War and World of Tanks now.
Var mı arkadaşlar? Sinan Bey.
Your first trailers for World of Tanks. I remember one of your very first trailers. I remember it. I thought it was a trailer for Need for Speed, cars racing down the road, and they came crashing into those German tanks. What was the imagination behind it? What you, I think, did it on purpose? Those cars were not trampling over orcs or elves or other things, but why cars?
So this was our guerrilla campaign. So at that time, we still were not earning money, so we had a very tight budget, so we could not do expensive trailer production, so we decided to be smart about it. Yes, the quality of those funny trailers is probably not very high, but there were ideas, and also there was a very clear, let's say, very clear message. First of all, World of Tanks is not like anything else. It's not like racing game, it's not like space game, it's not like fantasy game, so the message was heard by the people, so especially in Russia, everybody wanted to try because this is really something new. And cars, although there was a take on Need for Speed, because, okay, this is a game for boys, like for guys, and what do guys like? Well, apart from cars, of course, I don't know, expensive watches, but we don't touch that, there's nothing expensive in World of Tanks, and cars. So we say, yeah, okay, you can love cars, they're fast, they're metal, come on. There's something much, much better than a car, a tank. The tank, you don't notice the race of the car. The message was clear and the message was heard. We were not taking specifically Need for Speed. It was just cars. So if you compare cars, tanks, you love cars, try tanks.
And one addition as well, in this time with this guerrilla marketing campaigns, we also had a very small, nice trailer where the tank was competing against an orc. And to put it like this, the orc did not win.
Başka sorusu olan var mı arkadaşlar? Buyurun.
I think you said like 205 countries that World of Tanks has played. Why do you think it was really successful in Poland or Slovakia or Czech? Because I don't have a single game without a Polish or a Czech player, and they're always on the battlefield and they're always on the move. So why the game was really successful in these countries?
Well, first reason probably, of course, we have to take this into account. The countries where World War II was happening, of course, has higher interest for World War II history and tanks. This is reason number one. But again, there are so many World War II games, right? I think the main reason is that we brilliantly designed monetization to be truly free to pay. Okay, it's not a secret that, you know, if you compare German or French economy with Polish economy is not that big or it's not that rich as, let's say, Germans, but the game allows you to, if you're really enthusiastic, if you can spend time and train and become better and better, then you can win. So Polish guys are very enthusiastic, very competitive, the same for Czech guys. And in Poland, most of our initial community came from Counter-Strike. So, okay, Counter-Strike, nice game, but you know, it's quite old. They actually reoriented and jumped on World of Tanks. In World of Tanks, you can win a lot without paying. And Poland is a good example of it. We don't make too much money in Poland, but we're so happy to have those devoted, emotional, passionate players as Polish. They kind of create live and fight on the European server. And I think, okay, let's not touch money. I think Turkish players will challenge them in terms of, you know, passion and skills.
Thank you.
Yani arkadaşlar başka sorunuz yoksa biraz oyun oynayacağız. Oyunu oynayacak Rico bize. We're ready about to play the game if they don't have any other questions for the time being. And I don't see any questions on the horizon.
Tamam, bir soru var. Bir sorun var. Hello, I'm Ali Güngör from TechUp.net. I want to ask you about one thing. You said you were in Turkey 1.5 years ago. You visited some internet cafes. You have seen how Turkish players play. But I want to ask you something else. Have you seen Turkish tanks?
Well, the reality is that Turkey as a country did not participate in World War II, so there were no tank battles here, and probably no, I mean, our game is realistic, so we cannot reinvent the past or make a fantasy. Well, now, Turkey, of course, like the modern Turkish army, does have cool tanks, right? But for our game from 30s till 50s, maybe early 60s, there were no Turkish tanks. We will not rewrite history.
Thank you for your answer.
But we figured out a lot about the Altai tank already. And as far as we know, it was invented in 2008. And maybe one day we will have a kind of World of Tanks, Modern Times, whatever. And then the Altai maybe implemented.
Peki arkadaşlar, size teşekkür ediyoruz. Size teşekkür ederken tekrar söylüyorum. Victor ve Tom VIP odalarında röportajlar için bekleyecekler. Ben sizleri aranje edeceğim. İlk röportaj canlı yayınlanacağı şeyin TGM'in servisinde olacak. Birazdan onu aranje edeceğiz. Fakat şimdi Rico bize oyunu oynayacak biraz. Ve çok teşekkür ediyoruz Tom ve Victor'a. Kendilerini VIP numara alıyoruz.
Tamam, var.